2016, there was this whole thing with smoking Smarties where like kids would just grind up Smarties candy, inhale the powder, and then blow it back out, and it made it look like you were actually smoking. And for some reason back then, everyone thought it was peak because it made it look like you were actually smoking. And the funny thing is, this is literally the equivalent of going outside when it's really cold, blowing out hot air out of your mouth, and being like, ah, I'm smoking, But it's funny during the time. But this one time I was riding the bus home, and a couple of kids who were sitting behind me had Smarties. And at this point, I've already seen plenty of kids smoke the Smartie packs. I already knew what they were gonna do. So they all started to crush up their Smarties and grind it down to a fine powder to smoke it. And after all three of them were done grinding it up, they all stuck out their Smartie packs like in a circle. And one of them was like, we're finna do this together. Like the goddamn Power Rangers. Like I think bro thought the power of friendship smoking Smarties would be 10 times cooler. So they proceeded to at the exact same time suck on the Smartie pack and inhale the grinded up candy powder. And then two of them blew out the Smartie dust or smoke, and both of them started dying laughing. Their third friend, which they're not even paying attention to, they're too busy dying laughing. Their third friend blew out nothing, and then he just paused. And his friends were still laughing, just sitting there. And I'm just sitting there watching them. And then I look away out the window for 2 seconds. Then I hear the most horrendous cough I've ever heard. Like I literally went, what the hell? I turned around. Bro was red. Like his eyes were popping out of his head like a damn cartoon. And while still laughing, his friends noticed him, looked over, and saw how he needed some.
Can I get you anything?
After his friends noticed him, this only fueled the fire. Like it only made them laugh more. So he started dying laughing at him. And bro looked like he was actually dying. Like I see his health bar going down. Bro was looking like he was gonna need a revive soon. All this kid was literally dying on our bus. Other people started to notice. You would think since everyone on the bus now knows what's happening to this kid, somebody would come in and help him, right? No, instead of helping or checking on him, everyone just started laughing. And at this point, he was literally bent over coughing. Like I was low-key waiting for bro to just fall over and stop moving. But eventually he caught his breath and everyone calmed down. And the entire time our bus driver was just driving while it happened. Like I would look up at his mirror and see him just blankly staring at the road, contemplating existence. Like you would think that there's probably seeing some white puffy clouds fly up from the seats. He wouldn't do anything, not even acknowledge it, and then hear rancid coughing in the back and laughter. He would probably do something or acknowledge it. Nope, just kept on driving. Really dedicated to the job. W bus driver. But another time I was riding the bus and I was just sitting there looking out the window and I heard the most wild conversation I've ever heard. So there's these kids behind me talking about the whole smoking Smarties thing, right? And I assumed they're gonna smoke some Smarties, but one of them told his friends he saw someone in class snort Smartie dust, like grind it up and sniff it up with their nose. At the time, I've seen kids eat crayons and sniff Sharpies, so this was wild, even for those standards. So bro says he wanted to try this with his friend, and I was like, bro, I gotta see this. Like if they're stupid enough to actually do something like this. So I looked over the seat and see one of them pouring Smartie dust into the other dude's hand, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Even though I heard their entire conversation and I knew exactly what they were doing. But the main dude was like, I'm gonna do something cool, just watch. And after his friend finished pouring the Smartie dust on his arm, bro was like getting ready to sniff it up, and his friend straight grabbed bro by the back of his head and slammed him into his hand. And I was dying. Like entire face was covered in Smartie dust, and then the people around us saw him sitting there in the seat covered in a whitish pink powdery stuff, and with no context it looked mad suspect. But bro definitely took like 5 or 6 years off his life after doing that. Like bro's definitely dying randomly, and the doctor's gonna look at his body and find the cause of death was Smarties poisoning. Don't snort Smarties, kids, or anything, matter of fact. There's a good chance you'll be cutting off down your lifespan just a little bit.